Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Final Fantasy X. Let's go ahead and fight some more monsters. If we chat... You've captured every fiend. I knew I was right picking you. I've always been a good judge of character. Alright, and now for the species conquests. So we've got 20 of these. And generally you need to get 3, 4, I think maybe 5 in some cases of the different types of these. And we're going to get some more interesting strategies for some of these. Not all of them, but some of them. Start off with Fenrir. And I should have stolen. Alright, so Chocobo Wing is the rare steel. Let's see. Also, I took a short break, so like I'm a little discombobulated. 850,000 is his hit points, and 99,999 is the overkill. So, quite a bit higher with these. Chocobo feathers are the common steels. They're who cares? I wish that there was an alchemy thing where you could turn certain ingredients into others, like Chocobo feathers, because they're so much easier to get. And this guy is normally really dodgy. It is really hard to hit him. But if you've got all of your accuracy and everything, Fangs of Chaos, immune, but that's a lot of damage. There we go. Got our overkill. And this is where stat maxing is key, because we get agility spheres from this guy. You don't need too many of most of them. Strength spheres you need the fewest of. Luck spheres you need the most of. And generally it's like, I'd say 20 or 30 for most of them. And that's going to get you maxed out on everyone. Luck spheres is more like 60, I think it was, something like that. Yeah, pretty close to that. Alright, so that was Fenrir. Next up is Ornitholestes, which does not look a whole lot like the real Ornitholestes. So he has 800,000 hit points, and 99,999 is the overkill. So you do need some pretty significant stats in order to get that. Or Masamune and Auron really weak. So rename card is the common steel, not very good. Come on. Alright, I'll try one more time. Okay. The rare steel is Chocobo. And he does have a lot of hit points. If you want to do a lot of damage fast, break damage limit on Tidus, and his final, his 4th overdrive is very good. So we get 2 Gambler Spirits, and attack reels on Waka. Both basically, like, if you have break damage limit, they're going to do a massive amount of hit damage with each hit. Yeah, so that's the way to go to wipe out enemies real fast. Fortunately, I have neither of those, so, you know, little difficult for me to do. Alright, so next up is Terex. And that is going to be 100,000 hit points, and 99,999 is the overkill, so it will always take 2 hits. I'm not going to bother stealing from him. Smoke Bombs ×4 is common, and Candle of Life is rare, and those are just garbage. just garbage. But this guy is pretty hard to hit, too, being a bird. But evasion spheres is what you get for that guy. So very good to fight them for some stat maxing. Next up is Hornets. Hornet, 620 hit points, only 50,000 for overkill, which is a little weird. Again, being a flying creature, they are a little hard to hit. So having good accuracy is very helpful, or overdrives or something like that. Poison Fangs is the common steel, Purifying Salt is the rare steel, and I don't care about any of that. There we go. And they drop accuracy spheres. So very, very, very handy. Very good for, like, you want to... They're difficult to hit, but not the worst. So once you've, like, maxed out the basic board and opened up everything and gotten through all of the spheres and everything like that, there's, like... Auron will have a pretty decent chance to hit every time, so it's not too shabby. It doesn't quite need higher, whereas Fenrir really does need a lot higher stats. Alright, and next up is Vidatu, which has 95,000 hit points, 10,000 is the overkill, and Lightning Gems times 4 is the common steel, Mana Tonic is the rare steel. And I haven't really done too much with these guys. You'll see why in a moment. But they only take one hit. Because they give MP spheres, and that's kind of like, whatever. I'm not maxing those stats, so I don't care. Next up is One Eye. These are very good to fight. And again, like when stat maxing, having first strike on Auron is very, very important for this before you're maxed out. Alright, he has a good steel, rare steel, Blessed Gem. Lunar Curtain times 3 is the common steel. It only takes 2 hits. They have 150,000 hit points, and 15,000 is their overkill. So there's a reason why I have a... Oh, Dark Matter. Okay, that's good. They actually normally drop magic defense spheres. So the reason I had so many of them is that I was using them to grind up Dark Matter spheres, and knowing that I needed the magic defense spheres anyway. I didn't mind if I capped out. But the other thing is the equipment. A triple score is pretty good. If we go into buy weapons, sell. I hate that you have to go all the way down. Penalty Master with all 4 of those strikes. That's worth pretty good. Garbage, garbage, garbage. Double AP is okay. 15,000. But triple AP, and you can get 2 or 3 slots. So this is how I got a lot of the triple AP and overdrive to AP. I put overdrive to AP on the items, but I fought a lot to get the triple AP weapons. So that's the other thing that the other reason I was grinding against them, to get the ability point grinding opened up. All right, let's see. Nope, I have not done any of that. Okay. Now, here we're going to get to the first one that is really going to require a substantially different strategy. Jumbo Flan. They have a 1.3 million hit points, 99,999 for overkill. They absorb fire, ice, lightning, and water. They have innate reflect, And they have something else that makes it a little bit more difficult. Their steals are Lunar Curtain ×4 and Mana Tablet. Don't care about those, but... So let's go ahead and try hitting. Oh, look, they're immune to physical. So here is where we hit our first enemy that we need a different strategy for. Like, you need a different strategy. I mean, I suppose, at this point, I could do Ultima. Let's go ahead and see. How much damage is that going to do? The first time actually using it on camera. All right, 99,999. That's not too shabby. What about you? 90 MP. So, I mean, this is an okay strategy. You could do double cast and do this. But 97,000, that's not going to get you the overkill if he ends up being the killing blow. Oh, for crying out loud, Riku. But the better strategy is summon Anima. Thanks, Seymour's mommy. I appreciate you coming to our aid. Okay, so, we want to do some setup first. So first of all, we want to haste ourselves. We want to shell ourselves. Okay, so you're going to use Thundaga. Okay, not too much. With the high stats that Anima has right now, that's doing a lot less damage than it was. But you can do this a lot earlier as well. Let's see. I believe... we'll go ahead and regen as well. It's not necessary right now. You want some other... There are other things that you do want. But then we want to reflect ourselves. So that's not going to help us against what it casts at us, because it's got innate reflect, and it's bouncing everything off of itself onto us. However, now that we have reflect, we can bounce slow back onto it. Okay, so you can see I got a lot of turns coming up. Now that it is our turn, we'll go ahead and paint. $99,999, immune to death, that's fine. We're gonna Waterga, it's not doing too much, but then we paint again. So it's slow, we are hasted, we're gonna get a lot of turns in. Lot of turns. Did I mention we're gonna get a lot of turns in? Oh, it's so good. Just keep painting. Because this is a magic attack, it's not a physical attack. Okay, you're going to flare. Bounce that onto us. That would be painful. Early on, one thing that you want to do is have Lancet. Lancet will get through the Reflect, and you can get some good damage. If you haven't done the Reflect slow thing, you could do Curaga. I think you could probably Curaga it and bounce it back onto you if you've gotten that, but I don't have any of that. Like, I didn't... no, not black. Like, I got Cura. I got Cura as well. Those two. It's meh. So I don't have Curaga. Took items that I didn't want to go get. But regen right now is working pretty well. But that's partly because Anima's magic defense is so high right now that she's just taking no damage. Before it was like 3,000. So basically, you just do this for a while. Eventually, it is going to change up its pattern. Eventually. All right, so it's going to regen itself. 5,000. That's not too bad. Who really cares about that? However... Oh, okay, we overkilled. It has... So, and I don't know if it's part of regen or if it's a different mechanic, but it will start healing up upwards of like 60,000 hit points a round. That you want to dispel. Alright, so that is how you get magic spheres. Very useful. Didn't actually want to buy anything. Let's go ahead and heal up. So, like, you could Ultima, double cast Ultima. That's okay. I mean, that's a way, and you will go pretty fast. But it's also fun, like, especially if you haven't stat maxed. You really do want to use Anima. Anima is just going to murder that thing if you set it up properly. Next up, we've got Nega Elemental, which is going to be kind of similar. Nega Elemental has... also 1.3 million. Its overkill is only 15,000. It has Star Curtain times 4 and Twin Stars, which I don't really care about for stealing purposes. So we attack. We are doing 99,999. However, it counters every time with Ultima. Which is not too bad right now. Let's see what happens if we double cast Ultima. So we do get the 2 off. Alright. Does not counterattack, so that is decent. Now let's actually try here. Copycat, which is only 28. Do we get the double cast, or is it just Ultima? But that is a way to save MP. Okay, it does do the double cast with Ultima. So yeah, that is when Copycat is good, because you do get that that for a lot cheaper. So this avoids the counter, you know, the countering physical. And we're doing decent damage. I don't think its magic resistance is as high as the other one where we didn't get 99,999. In fact, magic defense is 42 on the Jumbo Flan. It is 80. So yeah. Yeah, and that is why Auron didn't get to the damage. There we go. And since we're getting the 99,999, which we don't even need, this is a fight where if this had higher magic defense, it would be okay because we would still get the overkill. Now it does take a while. If you're doing the grinding on this version of the game, you do want to speed it up to a ×4. That will be useful. For just 28 MP, you too can cast 2 Ultimas. Which they can do anyway, but that's another thing. Like, you don't need them all to have double cast and Ultima. So you can do this earlier than clearing the whole board. Most of these enemies do tend to have that kind of, like, you just do the same thing over and over again. And we got the overkill. And that is 4 Twin Stars. Okay. So that is the Nega Elemental. Next up is Tankit. Now this guy is very annoying if you don't have Ribbon, because he can berserk people. 900,000 hit points and 10,000 is the overkill. Light Curtain times 4 and Lunar Curtain times 4 for the common steel and rare steel. But this is an important enemy to deal with. But at the same time, when your stats are as high as mine are, you can just bonk them. Bonk them all the time. All of the bonks. There we go. Down he goes. And what do we get? 2 defense spheres. So not too shabby. Again, necessary for stat maxing. Now, this guy is one where I would recommend having at least one person with all of the elemental eaters on. He's not hitting for very hard right now. He has 1.1 million hit points. 13,000 is the overkill. He has gold hourglasses as the common steels and stamina springs as the rare steels. But he does have some elemental breath weapons. So if you have someone who has the various eaters, and have someone else with Auto Phoenix, if you have that, he should have a hard time killing you. I'd recommend having someone with Full Life be the one with the Elemental Eater's abilities, because especially Fire Eater, and there's one other that I'm not sure about. Because they'll just be healed by his breath attacks, and they basically can't die to that. But they can still die to being physically attacked. So they stay up while the rest of the party gets killed by the Elemental Breath. And then Full Lifes them back up, or Lives. And then if Fafnir physically attacks the person with the Eater armor, then Auto Phoenix will kick in and bring them back to life. So we got 2 Dark Matters. The normal item drop is 20 Light Curtains, which of course becomes 40 with an overkill. Okay, next up is the primary Dark Matter grinding enemy here. If you want Dark Matter, this is the guy to fight. Like, there's other ways to get Dark Matter as well, but if you're doing it the fight enemies in the arena method, this is the guy to face. And you'll see why in a moment. So his steals are 4 Poison Fangs is the common, and Far Plane Wind is the rare. Doesn't matter. You really want Orin. Like, you can do this very early. Orin with who has died to something. So he's back, like, he died at the end of a fight, so he comes back with 1 hit point. Come in here with Masamune. So he will do the most damage that he possibly can, and he has first strike, so he will always go before the enemy. any one-hit kills. They have 98,000 hit points, and 10,000 is the overkill. And you get teleport spheres. So that is a very good thing for stat maxing as well, so you can just zip around the sphere grid. Very handy. If you don't do... Like, if you hit him and it doesn't kill him, he does do... let's see if I can see what the attack is. It's called Good Night. It damages everyone, but also hits them with all kinds of status effects, like Berserk and Confuse. So, alternately, ribbons or various proof armors can work, but it's very annoying. Oftentimes what you'll... And then keep in mind that anytime you hit the save sphere, you get fully healed. So, what you want to do is, when you first come here, fight that, everyone dies... Fight it again immediately, just take that loss. Fight it immediately again, have with Auron in the party, and he will get first strike, instantly kill it, and boom, you get your chance at the rare drop. That's the way to do it. Alright, next up, Bomb King. Alright, so the 4 fire gems is the common steel, and 1 shining gem is the rare steel. He has 480,000 hit points, 10,000 hit points. 10,000 is the overkill. Don't really care about the items too much. Although this is a good way of getting fire gems if you need to put Fire Eater on stuff. There we go. And we get 2 Doors to Tomorrow. Doors to Tomorrow give you overdrive to AP. So, what you want is the enemy that I mentioned before that I'm forgetting that gives you triple AP weapons. Then get Doors to Tomorrow here, and you can easily make your the weapons that will max out your AP very quickly. There's one other thing to do, triple overdrive, which is a lot harder to get, but that would make even better AP maxing weapons. But they're pretty difficult to get in quantity. Alright, next up is a Juggernaut. Okay, so this guy has 1.2 million hit points, and 15,000 is the overkill. Common steel is Lunar Curtain times 4, and rare steel is Shining Gem. So don't really care too much about that. So he's charging. But you know, we're gonna kill you before you can do anything, sir. So the sooner you can get auto haste on stuff, and you can bribe Machias from inside, from the Omega Dungeon to get around 60, it'll vary. It's all randomized when you choose the appropriate amount. Do-do-do-do-do, and down he goes. And this guy gives strength spheres. Very nice. Okay, and the final one, Ironclad. Okay, this guy has 2 million hit points. 99,999 is the overkill. 4 light curtains is the common steel, and a stamina tablet is the rare steel. So this is going to take a little while. Repageki, but you miss. Neener, neener, neener. So not great steals. Yeah, he does counter everything. You could probably avoid that with Ultima. You know what, maybe I'll Flare, see how much damage that does. Haven't actually done that. Only 22,000. Alright. That is one fewer hit that I'll have to make, though. So, and because we're just doing physical, you could just do auto battle. It'll be a little bit faster, because you won't have to take time for inputs. And then you could speed things up a little bit. And he can't even hit us. It's so sad. Our evasion is too good. And there we get our overkill. Alright. So, and that guy gives hit point spheres, which is meh. I have some that I've gotten from treasures, and I haven't even used them, so, you know. I can put them on the board. Won't do anything unless I do a break hit point or MP limit. Alright, so power play is all strength, defense on that Tetratard, defense, Sleep Strike, Stone Strike, and Zombie Strike, Fire Eater, and Ice Eater. If that had another slot, that would be a good starting one. More strength. Lightning Strike, Ice Strike, Fire Strike, and Water Strike all on this. But if you don't have break damage limit, those are all worthless. Just completely worthless. Alright, but that is going to wrap us up with that time. I guess before I actually wrap up the episode, let's actually go over what you need to get to unlock these guys. Because you could just, like, do, you know, do some of these. Oh, and actually I'm looking at it, and it is each of them. So, 3 of each wolf-type enemy for Fenrir. 3 of each of the lizard enemies for Ornitholestes. Teryx is 5 of each bird type. Hornet is 4 of each wasp type. Vidatu is 4 of each imp type enemies. One Eye is 4 of each evil eye type enemies. Jumbo Flan, 3 of each Flan type enemy. Nega Elemental is 3 of each of the element enemies. And then we're over here. Oops, Nega Elemental, sorry. I didn't move on. Tanket is 3 of each of the those armored stone enemies, which are apparently Helm type. Fafnir, 3 of each Drake type enemy. Sleep Sprout is 5 of each fungus type enemy. Bomb King, 5 of each bomb. Juggernaut, 5 of each ruminant type. So those are what they call the ones with the 4 horns. Actually, not all of them might have horns. I don't know. Anyway, but that enemy, that 4-legged enemy. And then Ironclad, 10 of each Iron Giant type, of which there's the Iron Giant, and then there's the 2 Gemini. They're the only ones. So that gets you the Ironclads. All right, so when we come back next time, we are off to the original zone, which has some very important grinding implications, and some of the enemies are quite difficult, and I will have to make some changes for at least one of them, which I have not defeated yet. But that will be next time. See you then, everyone.